Carbs make you fat. Carbs cause inflammation. Carbs are the reason why you can't lose weight. Ever heard of these things before? Yeah, me too. And it's one of the biggest nutrition myths out there. I've heard it so many times with my own patients who are struggling with hormonal imbalance, fatigue, stubborn weight gain, all because they were told to avoid carbs. Here's the truth. Cutting out carbs is not fixing your metabolism. It's wrecking your hormones, your energy levels, and your workouts. So today, we are going to talk about why your body loves carbs and what actually happens when you don't eat enough. And trust me, at the end of this, you are not going to look at a banana the same way again. Why did I say banana? So let's get into it. So what does carbs actually do for us? Well, carbs is your body's first choice of energy source. It's like premium fuel for your muscles and brain. The brain alone uses about 120 grams of glucose per day to think, to remember, or just to exist. But the brain is highly adaptive and glucose is not its sole fuel. When you eat carbs, they are stored as glycogen in your liver and muscles. It's like your body's natural battery pack. So when you go low carb, recovery slows down and your cortisol goes up and you start to feel sluggish and moody. But these can be temporary effects as your body starts to adapt. However, they can persist longer if you engage in high intense workouts. This is why people who are on super low carb diets tend to say, oh, I feel flat, or my workout sucks. And that's because of the depleted glycogen stores, which are essential for high intensity workouts and quick recovery. When you train, your body doesn't just flip one fuel switch. It's like a dimmer dial between fat and carbs. In low intensities, your body prefers fat. It's slow burning, it's efficient, but as soon as you pick up the pace, think HIIT workouts or a sprint, it switches to carbs. It's your go-to energy source, your quick access fuel for anything explosive. Carbs is actually a more oxygen efficient fuel than fat because it doesn't take your body a lot of oxygen to turn them into energy. So when you are pushing hard and you're running low on oxygen, it's actually carbs that keeps you going stronger for longer. Of course, VO2 max is dependent on how well trained you are, but carbs aren't just about performance, it's about protection. It protects your energy levels, your recovery, and your muscles. Timing and the total intake of daily carbs is everything. So it's not about eating more, it's just about eating smart. Before a workout, about 1 or 2 hours before training, you want to consider some complex carbs that release energy steadily, like a banana or toast. Even 1 gram of carbs per kilo of body weight before training can boost endurance and focus. So it's not about eating a full meal, it's just about something really small to fuel your workout. Once you hit an hour of intense exercise, bring in simple carbs, gels, chews, or sport drinks. Mixing glucose and fructose helps your body absorb more energy than glucose alone. After training, here's your prime recovery window. Your muscles are basically sponges waiting to soak up glycogen. Aim for a 3-to-1 carb to protein ratio, like rice and eggs or a smoothie with banana and yogurt. Adding a protein with carbs boosts insulin and the rate of glycogen refilling. Now let's talk hormones, because that's where carbs does way more than just fuel your workouts. Cutting carbs too low for too long cranks up your cortisol levels, lowers your thyroid hormones, and in women can affect menstrual cycles. Your thyroid hormone T3 is basically your metabolic accelerator, which depends on glucose. So in some people, going very, very low carb can reduce T3 by up to 30% within weeks. But here's the nuance. Some people, especially those with insulin resistance or PCOS, may actually find their hormonal balance improve when their carbs are better matched to their needs. For women, carbs are closely tied to the reproductive hormones, progesterone and estrogen. And when energy intake drops too low for too long, the brain sends fewer signals to the ovaries, which can lead to irregular cycles or slower recovery. And this is more likely to occur in women that are lean and very active. So in general, the more active you are, the more carbohydrates you'll need. Let's talk keto, the diet that seems to divide the internet. It's a completely different metabolic state where your body grossly switches from burning carbs to burning fat for energy. Keto was first designed to treat epilepsy, not to boost gym performance, but it has since become a very popular fat loss tool. Now here's the thing, keto can work very well in specific goals like fat loss or metabolic control, or even in certain medical conditions. When it comes to high intensity workouts or endurance sports, it's not always the best match. This is because fat oxidation is slower than carbohydrate metabolism. So while you can sustain a low to moderate effort on keto, peak performance can really dip when glycogen runs low, even if you are a keto adapted athlete. Some elite endurance athletes do blend the two, a concept called metabolic flexibility, where they cycle carbs strategically so they can tap into both fuel systems. For women, the research shows a little bit more caution is needed, as keto can increase cortisol, affect recovery due to the hormonal differences in stress and energy regulation. So keto is definitely not bad, it's a tool. If your health goals are performance, muscle strength, and general fitness, then carbs are definitely your best ally. And if you're looking for more fat adaptation or medical management, then keto has its place as long as it's well formulated. So no, carbs are not your enemy. If you want to recover faster, train harder, and want your hormones on your side, then carbs aren't optional. So go and enjoy that toast because you've earned it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.